Dobré ráno ze Záhřebu. Vážený předsedo České vexilologické společnosti, vážení zástupci zemského a okresného archivu, čeští vexilologové, přátelé a hosté. Je mi ctí, že mi se dostalo příležitosti vás oslovit na Českém národním vexilologickém kongresu. Bylo mým dlouholetým přáním zúčastnit se českých vexilologických setkání již od prvního kongresu v roce 1996. Bohužel mé plány na letošní rok přecházela pandemie. However, I will continue in English. I'm very glad that in this unpredictable world, we have a chance to use technology to meet in this way, and I'm very grateful to the organizers that they have enabled me to address you like this. There are opportunities that technology puts forwards before us that were unimaginable not only to founding fathers of vexillology half a century ago, but that were hardly imaginable just a few years, no, just a few months ago. Not only the ability to communicate face-to-face around the globe, but more importantly, the ongoing crisis changed the world so much for better or worse. The archives, libraries, and museums who started opening their doors to cyberspace shyly in preceding years, some of them leading boldly, they have recently made huge steps. The amount of online available materials, documents, journals, written or recorded words, still and moving pictures available at the grasp of your hands from your cozy home is unprecedented. Even those sensitive materials in illuminated medieval books or fragile silk or woolen flags of centuries ago, carefully guarded by select professionals, are now available for research to vast number of interested researchers. This puts us in a difficult position if you think of it. It is our responsibility to make the best use of such an opportunity, to make responsible each of us, me and you, to do something with this entire rich heritage. And what we should do with it? Thanks to Whitney Smith, the answer is easy. We have a word for it, vexillology. We should do vexillology, a systematic study of flags in all of their aspects, history, symbolism, usage, their impact to society, and society's impact to flags. The Czech vexillology is a torchbearer of vexillological research outside the traditional Western Europe in a language that was not one of the official FIAV languages of its establishment, English, French, German, and Spanish. It was a particular challenge to start studying flags, not only due to the language, but in a political system that did not have lenience toward a bourgeois topic such as heraldry at the time, and the newly established vexillology. Vexillologický klub in Prague 3, established in 1972, was a beacon of a new science in the communist bloc. Even if it took 2 decades for political changes to enable it to become a FIAV member in 1991, the publications and research did by Czech vexillologists still resonate and are still relevant today. Just to mention some notable authors like Zdenko Alexi, Aleš Brožek, Jerzy Janusz, Ludwig Mucha, Zbyszek Svoboda, this list may be easily continued. A few papers, like the 1983 Tenoras Standardní vexillologická informace, reprinted in French in '86 in Vexilla Belgica, and his and Czech's 1990 Terminology Dictionary in 6 languages, and his paper on colors in vexillology from 1993, Zurich, ICV 15, are still some of the basic works in the vexillological theory. I have used their works in a number of my papers, and I have tried to build further upon their achievements. This is how science works, slowly building knowledge brick by brick, standing on the shoulders of past great researchers. We have to lay some bricks ourselves for others to come later. I'm therefore personally, and in the name of FIAV, grateful to Czech Vexillological Society leadership that they provided worldwide free access to numerous past publications. I applaud to that, and I invite other vexillological associations to follow that lead. I have expressed clearly that one of my goals as the FIAV president is to preserve and make available past vexillological published knowledge, which is otherwise in peril of being forgotten and lost. And we might otherwise need to reinvent the hot water, as the Croatian expression puts it. The Czech Vexillological Society is again in the lead in this regard. The National Congress is dedicated to two notable historical events. First is the centenary of the Czechoslovak national flag. The emergence of this flag after World War is a most interesting and well-documented process of vexillological development and conscious, successful vexillographical effort that may serve as a case study for any subsequent need to get a new flag. There is much vexillologists may learn from it, and I'm sure that there are still things linked with it to be discovered, as I guess we may learn from some of the presentations today and tomorrow. The blue wedge design on the Bohemian white-red bicolor by Jaroslav Kursa proved to be extremely successful and one of the most recognizable flags in the world. So much so that when the joint Czechoslovak state split on the 1st January 1993, the newly independent Czech Republic decided to retain that brand until today. This is another proof of a good vexillographical design that may efficiently embrace emotions of the people. The second topic of the Congress is the 100th anniversary of birth of Jiří Lauda. I count Colonel Lauda among my personal idols, and I aspire to be worthy of being called his colleague. His heraldic and designer work was already much appreciated in the West, notably in the United Kingdom, still during his lifetime, and his influence on the development of Czech and Slovak municipal and governmental heraldry and vexillology is monumental. However, since the Czech municipal heraldry made large influence to post-communist municipal heraldry in the region, his work must be recognized in the international theater. Again, I am looking forward to learn new facts on him in the papers on this Congress. We are bound together with this virus of love towards flags and stories that they represent. The vexillological community has been, since its beginnings, more than a professional guild of flag scholars. It has been a community of friends. Although many of us share most different political, ideological, and religious worldviews coming from all around the globe, I have found out soon when I joined the community that we share a friendship rarely found otherwise. This amity is at least equally important heritage that we got from the founders of vexillology, that we need to continue cherishing, and that will enable us to do what we like to do best, namely the vexillology. I wish the 7th Czech National Congress of Vexillology to be successful. I wish us all to learn something new, to open a new horizon, to make new friends. I hope I shall have chance to see many of you at the 29th International Congress of Vexillology 2021 in Ljubljana, Slovenia, and at many new vexillological events to come. Finally, to quote my dear friend and mentor Scott Gunter, "Stadujmo dál vlajky." Thank you very much.